Uh, Hi everyone, welcome back to Miss Kim's Individual Math. And I hope you are stay safe and healthy. So let's start. So as a warm-up, let's review one-step equations with multiplication and division. So how do we solve one-step equations? You have to undo the operation, which means you do the opposite operation. If it's multiplication, you have to do division or divide. And if the operation was a division, the opposite will be multiplication, or you have to multiply to solve one-step equations. And today we are gonna do one-step equations with the fractions. So you know what fractions are. This picture shows 1/2. This picture shows 1/3 because only one part of the whole is shaded. This is 1/5. This is 1/6. So you can have fractions before your variable x, your unknown variable. We are gonna go over how to solve these this type of questions. So before we do the example, I want to show you that fraction expressions can be written multiple ways. For example, 1/2 x is equal to x over 2. These are the same. These are exactly the same thing, but they are just written in different ways. So if you have 1/3 x, this is x over 3. So in the blank, you have to have a 3. You have x over 4, that means x divided by 4. This is equal to 1 over 4. 1/4 x or 1/4 x. 1/5 x is equal to x over 5. These are the same thing. And let's look at the examples at the bottom. 2/3 x is equal to 2x over 3. These are the same. If we have a 4/3 x, then that's the same as at the top you should have 4x and you should have 3 at the bottom. Okay, sorry. Let me erase it. Wait, you have the 4x here and 3 at the bottom. And you should have, okay, 2/5 x is 2x over 5. Same. 7 over 5 x is the same as 7x over 5. So you should know these are the same thing. So now we are gonna go over some examples of one-step equations with fractions. So the first question is 5x over 2 equals 10. First, step 1 is you have to multiply both sides by the denominator, and denominator is the bottom number of the fraction. So here 2 is the denominator, so you have to multiply both sides by 2. Or you can put parentheses here. Then 2 and 2 will be cancelled because you multiply by 2, you divide by 2, they will be cancelled. So you will have 5x left. And then 10 times 2 is 20. Next, you have to divide both sides by the coefficient. Here, coefficient is the number before x. So here, your coefficient is 5. We have to divide by 5, divide by 5. And 5 and 5 is cancelled. X is left. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Let's look at the next example. 11 equals 1/2 x. So here, what is the denominator of this fraction? Denominator is the bottom number of a fraction. So 2 is the denominator. we have to multiply both sides by 2. Multiply by 2. 2 times 11 is 22 equals 2 and 2 is cancelled because you divide by 2, multiply by 2. They will be cancelled. X equals 22. You can write 1x. 1x is the same as x. So your answer is x is 22. Let's look at the next examples. 2x over 3 equals 8. Step 1, multiply both sides by the denominator. What is the denominator? Denominator is 3. You multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. And 3 will be cancelled. You have 2x. 8 times 3 is 24. Step 2, divide both sides by the coefficient. Again, coefficient is the number before x. Here it is 2, so divide by 2, divide by 2. 2 and 2 is cancelled. X equals 24 divided by 2 is 12. Next example, 1/3 x equals 5. Your denominator is 3. You have to multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. 3 and 3 is cancelled. You have 1x equals 5 times 3 is 15. 1x is the same as x. Or if you divide by 1, because here the coefficient is 1, they will be cancelled. X equals 15. So either way, you can think of 1x as x automatically, or you can think of 1 as a coefficient and divide both sides by 1. So these are the practices. So what you can do is you can pause this video and try these on your own. And then play this video again. I'm gonna explain each question. So at this point, pause the video, try these problems on your own with a paper and pencil, and then check your answer. Okay, so 1/4 x is the same as x over 4. And x over 7, x divided by 7 is equal to 1/7 x. 1/2 x is equal to x over 2. 4/5 x is equal to 4x over 5. 7/5 x is equal to 7x over 5. So check your answers. If you have any questions, again, you can email me at fcps or ekim1@fcps.edu. Okay, now let's solve one-step equations with the fractions. 3x over 2 equals 6. First, you have to multiply by the denominator. And denominator will be cancelled. 3x equals 6 times 2 is 12. Now divide both sides by the coefficient, number before x, and x equals 12 divided by 3 is 4. 10 equals 1/2 x. You multiply both sides by 2. Sorry. And 2 and 2 is cancelled. 1x equals 2 times 10 is 20. And you can write x equals 20. 2x over 3 equals 6. Multiply by denominator 3. 3 and 3 is cancelled. 2x equals 6 times 3 is 18. Divide by the coefficient, the number before x. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. 2 and 2 is cancelled. X equals 18 divided by 2 is 9. 1/5 x equals 5. Your denominator is 5. Multiply by 5. Multiply by 5. 5 by 5 cancels. 1x equals 5 times 5 is 25. So x equals 25. And I just want to emphasize that this shows multiplication. If you just put a dot, that's also multiplication. You can put the dot and put parentheses, that's also multiplication. But you should know all these mean multiplication. So check your answers. So today's assignment is I am distance learning lesson 3, April 23rd, one-step equations with fractions. Log into MathSpace and do this task. If you have not done previous tests, complete them as well. They usually have 5 to 6 questions, so they are not very long. So that's the end of today's lesson. Again, if you have any questions, email me or Ms. Valenzuela. Our email addresses are on PowerPoint slides or on Blackboard. Okay, thank you.